How's it going, everyone? My name is Wadey, and welcome to Wadey's Weekly Mail, the other channel which is now just me talking about my relationships. So, sorry, but next week it'll be back to variety, but since these are recent events in my life, I just want to come here and just talk about it. This week's video is your first love. Your first love is characterized by the first person that you've been attracted to. Go figure. And for me, and what I believe is that the first love kind of sets the foundation for future relationships in terms of, what's to come, your connection, and just how you process love in general. And with the girl that I was talking to, she was my first love. And I wasn't her first love, though. She already had a prior first love, and she was in a relationship for a couple months. And the thing that's vastly different between us two is she had a first love that ended she was in a relationship and it ended, whilst mine never, blossomed into a relationship. And that can be hard on some people, but you need to understand that everything is going to go your way. Some people's first love don't even end up coming into fruition, and some others do, and some others actually leave on into an actual long-lasting relationship, which is good for them. But the thing that's difficult is when your first love isn't reciprocated, or it is in terms of they love you but not in the way that you love them back and all that, like they only love you as a friend rather than, in a relationship type of way. It can be difficult, and it has been difficult because over the past year, you try and move on, but the feelings are still there, and you just hope and hope and hope, and that just one day she's going to be like, yes. But short little bit of news, ain't going to happen, which is okay. I don't have any ill feelings towards her. Why? Because if I had said, okay, I'm in love with you, you get to love me back, oh yes, then it isn't real. I understand that my first love has never been reciprocated, and that's fine. Just because her one was, doesn't mean that she's better, doesn't mean that I'm worse. It's just how life goes, and that is just the game of life. Not everything pans out the way that you want it, but in other ways it can. Which leads me to the next point of your first love. It is important that you need to let go of if your first love doesn't work out. If it doesn't, let go. I know I should be taking my own advice. I have, and I've officially, stepped back and all. And it's difficult because, this person that you're literally in love with, you have to pull away from. It just doesn't feel or seem right. But trust me, you'll go on and meet people that will literally sweep you off your feet, and boom. Sure, it's not your first love. Sure, it's not the person that you wanted it to be. But then you're going to look back and be like, wow, I'm glad that I have this person who actually wants me for me, and doesn't want me for this, doesn't want me for that, such and such. But that's brings me to my third point to your first love, is that it'll pass. Everything will pass. Your emotions, your feelings, it will pass. Your anger towards someone, it will pass. Your sadness towards someone, it will pass. And your love, as cruel as it sounds, will pass. Nothing is, nothing is set in stone in this world. People can apparently change with the drop of a needle, clearly. But it's heartbreaking, really, to know that you can love someone with all your heart and they don't have to love you back, which they don't have to. They don't have to. It's not obligatory. It's just how they feel too. But it is important to know that your first love is important, regardless if it's a person that you end up with or not. It's okay to understand that your first love is your first love, and you should cherish that person regardless if they were a shit person or a bad person, because they were the first person that made you feel that special towards anyone. And you shouldn't have any sort of ill intent towards them just because of your, differing, opinions or beliefs that led to the breakup, or just led to, you drifting apart without, being into a relationship. Which then leads me to the conclusion, which, wraps everything up. And it's the fact that big fucking whoop. Oh, well, she doesn't love me. He doesn't love me. Big fucking whoop. Just, and this ties back to my last video, just move the fuck on. Just move the fuck on, because if you're hung up on someone let's say I didn't stop and this was like 10 years down the road and she married someone, I would feel like shit. I would want to actually blow my shit clean off. But, it's okay because I'll be moving on. She'll be, well, she never liked me in the first place or loved me in the first place the same way. So, but I would have moved on. She would have moved on. And I'll be happy for her that she found someone that she can actually truly love. And I'll guess she'll be happy for me that I found someone that I could actually love. So it's really nothing, short of wonderful just how life goes. You can be all sad, you can be all depressed, but then the unnatural beauty of life just shines its way through. But, your first love, always going to be significant, always going to be important. Don't deny that. Your first love is important. But thank you guys so much for watching. I promise you this is the last relationship video in a while. Next week we'll return back to, regularly scheduled programming. Might dabble in some Reddit stories, don't really know. But regardless, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. It has been Wadey, guys, and enjoy the next 5 seconds of Raid gameplay. See you guys.